Tim Grover's the best trainer in the NBA. Yeah. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, they're all on his resume. This is huge for Dwyane Wade. He worked with Grover in the past. For some reason, the past few years, he's kind of gone away from me. Nothing acrimonious, but just, you know, went a different way. I'm glad to see D-Wade back with him. And I think this will mean he's healthy for the most part. If he's healthy, it's over. The Miami Heat are winning 3 straight. It's just as simple as that. And he doesn't have to be what he was 5 years ago. If he can be what he was last year, 21 points a game, 51 or 52% shooting, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, what happened? They won 27 straight, okay? So that's the type of team they can be. And I'm told by people close to LeBron that don't expect him to be complacent this year. Don't expect him to rest on his laurels, not even in the regular season. He's going for the MVP and all that. So they could have a great regular season. But remember, Dwyane only averaged 16 points in the playoffs. That's the key. If he's healthy and 21, 22 points a game in the playoffs, I don't see anybody beating him. So this is huge.
I hear what you're saying. Not trying to disrespect Tim Grover, but I know if I'm a Dwyane Wade fan, if I'm a Miami Heat fan, whatever it takes to turn back Father Time, then I'm okay with it. And since Tim Grover does not have a hot tub time machine to do something like that for Dwyane Wade, this is on Dwyane Wade from the standpoint
of— He's only 31.
I understand he's only 31, Chris, but this is on Dwyane Wade to be the player that we're used to seeing. Whatever training can do for him, that's fine. But go out there and produce. Because if he doesn't produce, then what is he going to say? Well, Tim Grover didn't help me? Maybe Father Time has caught up to Dwyane Wade a lot more than maybe Dwyane Wade wants to realize, or maybe Dwyane Wade wants to have in his mind. You mentioned at 31 years of age, there's a lot of tread on those tires. No, this guy has played as if his hair was on fire each and every day in the NBA. And I love that style about Dwyane Wade. But Tim Grover can only do so much when Dwyane Wade now has to start taking care of his body better and being more judicious in how he's going to play basketball with the Miami Heat. Tim Grover can do all he wants, but for the final result for me, the big deal is what is Dwyane Wade going to do to make sure he's the most effective player for Miami when they get to the playoffs.
This is a step, though, to show that he has the mentality you're saying he needs.
I hope so.
The fact that he's going back to Grover. And he doesn't have to do what he did in his first 8 seasons because he's got LeBron James there now. So he doesn't have to put all the, take all the punishment he's taken in the past.
You both make some pretty good points. Here's mine. Tim Grover is the Michael Jordan of trainers. And this is the first and biggest indication, to your first point, that the Miami Heat will three-peat. This is huge for LeBron's sake. And you said, Chris, for some reason, Dwyane went away from Tim Grover. He went away from Tim for the sake of his good buddy LeBron, because they had obviously joined forces in Miami and they wanted to do everything together, including work out together. So Dwyane quit doing what he should have been doing all along, which is stick with Tim and work out with LeBron. LeBron is much younger. LeBron, as we all know, has a freakish body, and his workouts benefit LeBron more than they benefit Dwyane. Dwyane was not doing enough in those workouts as he is now, because what Tim Grover is doing now, to use Tim's favorite word, is crushing Dwyane. And Dwyane is in for the long haul. I don't think this is going to end with the preseason. Right. This is going to go through the season. However good, to your point, that knee can be, Tim will achieve that goodness, that health level. Again, to your point, I'm not sure it's fixable, but Tim is a magician with knees, as long as it doesn't require surgery. And I think there were points last year when they were fearful of this needs surgery. But again, when it was absolutely time, you want to talk about a cleaner level that Dwyane has achieved many times in the past. When it was time to save the day in San Antonio, when I thought Dwyane was absolutely done, he came to play. And I said, who is that guy? Remember those games? Was it about Game 4 in San Antonio? Wow. You know, again, was it the old Dwyane? Was it that guy that I used to call Batman to LeBron's right? No, wasn't quite that guy. I'm not sure we will ever see that guy. Right. But the point here is that not only do the Heat now have a great chance to win 3 in a row, I think the statement that's going to be made by Dwyane this year is that, LeBron, I want you to stay with me for a couple of more years after this one, because we might be able to win 5 in a row. Or what was LeBron's first salvo?
Not 1.
Not 2, not 3, not 4. Did he get up to what, 8?
Think that he got up to 7, not 7,
6 or
not 7.
7.
Not
Okay.
7, so I guess that was it.
Yeah.
But this is it has been hard, and Dwyane is very close with LeBron. They're great friends.
Sure.
But it has been difficult for him to step back and be that second guy. I don't think we've ever seen a cleaner, if you will, a guy with that killer instinct like he had in his prime, step over and give the team to somebody else. I mean, David Robinson gave it to Tim Duncan, but David Robinson did not have that killer instinct.
So wait, Chris, are you saying that him teaming up with Tim Grover could also be an indication of the fact that he's trying to take the team back? Or
No, not at all. What I'm saying is that after this season, if LeBron wants to go back to Cleveland, we don't know. I don't think he knows exactly what he's going to do. If he wants to go back to Cleveland, though, I don't think Dwyane is necessarily going to step in his way. I think, especially if Dwyane has a great year, I think there's a part of him, like every great superstar who's capable of doing it, who wants to be the man again.
Yeah, the cleaner.
There's a part of him that will want to be the man again. And if LeBron is like, look, man, for my legacy, this is what I want to do, go back to Cleveland, I don't know that Dwyane is going to step in his way. I think he'll understand.
I don't know if Dwyane has the man left in him. I'm not sure.
That's where
I don't think he could lead a team to a championship.
His age and stage of career.
And
I agree with you.
I understand that he does not want to be the Scottie Pippen to his Michael Jordan anymore.
Well, he's doing it willingly, so give him credit. I'm not saying he's complaining.
I'm not
it's
taking
just
that credit.
difficult.
Yeah, but when you have an ego like that, and you know what you've been able to do. This guy carried the Miami Heat to a championship back in 2006. Down 2-0, 13 points in the fourth quarter to Dallas Mavericks, and Dwyane Wade said, I've had enough of this foolishness. So we know that ego's going to be there, and you know what? That ego's good for me. I want somebody to feel that, you know what? I can be the man as well. But if that's going to be his thought process and LeBron James is going to leave, I think Dwyane Wade has to realize this adds to your legacy. If you win championship after championship after championship, it doesn't matter that if you're the man or not the man. No one's going to say, well, LeBron did it by himself. They're going to say, hey, Dwyane Wade was there, and he had just as much to do with that as LeBron James.
Well, I don't know that they're going to say that, because they're not saying last year Dwyane had as much to do with it as LeBron. Dwyane's got 3 now. LeBron's got 2, but who does everybody praise? I mean, Dwyane gets credit, but it's LeBron. LeBron won it. LeBron won the championship. And this is the thing from LeBron's standpoint.
Ray Allen won it.
In going into
Thank you for saying that. That's a whole nother discussion. And you just ruined my day by bringing that up.
She had to hate. You had to get that little jab in.
Ray Allen saved him.
No question. But this is the thing. In 2 years, when LeBron has to decide, or a year, do I want to go back to Cleveland? Do I want to stay here? Who's going to be better between Kyrie Irving and Dwyane Wade? Kyrie Irving may be better than Wade at that point. If Andrew Bynum's healthy, and I'm told he's running up and down in Cleveland, dunking and stuff like that right now.
Baloney.
So they wouldn't be better?
Not buying. Sorry.
What?
I'm not buying them at all.
I'm not trusting Bynum.
With Bynum or without, though.
Okay.
That supporting cast in Cleveland, that team in Miami's getting older. You're not going to have the flexibility because you have 3 max guys.
Yeah.
Okay, as much as I love Kyrie, if you have Dwyane at even 90% of Dwyane, that's cleaner.
Going into the 14-15 season, he'll still be better than Kyrie Irving at that point.
I do, and I love Kyrie, and I loved him going into the draft that year.
Right.
But my last quick point, if you want to see the smallest dose of Tim Grover, go back 2 finals ago. It's 1-1 going back to Miami from Oklahoma City. And guess who showed up that night at American Airlines? Tim Grover. Yep. Remember this?
Yep.
And Dwyane was a shell of himself. And all of a sudden, in Game 3, Dwyane came to play again. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
There's that guy.
What did he do?
I think he had 25.
Big game.
Magic.
Big game. And all of a sudden, the series flipped. LeBron deserved the MVP, but all of a sudden, it was 2-1, then it was 3-1, then it was 4-1.